Hey everybody, it's Missy with the Shimmerz education team bringing you another layout today. And remember, when you buy your Shimmerz products, if you mention my name at checkout, you can receive some free product. So definitely check that out next time you're shopping. I'm going to make a Christmas themed layout today, and I'm going to scrap these two pictures of me and my two girls from a few years ago. And I've picked out several colors of Creameez and Inklingz that I think are really pretty together, and they all go with the collection that I'm going to use, which is Christmas collection. And I've got lots of different shades of red and a couple of greens and a really pretty gold. And I'll let you know the names of these colors as I go, but I want to go ahead and get some of them started here. Some of them are already kind of mixed up from the last time that I used them, and some of them are dry. So I'm just going to add some water here and let them activate and start to soften up and mix together. And this is something that you need to do with all of your Inklingz and Creameez, because when you get them, they're dry, and so you have to activate them with water and just let them sit for a little bit, and then you can give them a stir and they should start to mix up. Now, the color at the top is an Inklingz, and it's called Naughty or Nice. And the second one is Creameez Strawberry Fields. The third one is Creameez Trippin' in the Tropics. And so I'm going to start with these reds, and I'm going to do something that I did a few weeks or so ago for one of the Shimmerz Shorts videos, and that was using an acrylic block to do some stamping. And this is very easy, and it's meant to be kind of messy, and you know, it's going to give you a watercolor effect. And you just paint the color onto the block, and you flip it over and you stamp it down. And it's really neat because the liquid pools underneath the block, as you can see there, and it spreads around. And I just like to kind of move it around and smush it down, and it kind of spreads the color, and you get this really neat effect. It's a kind of, it's different than the packaging technique, where this is a little more of a controlled look, but you can see how pretty that is. And mixing the Inklingz and Creameez together is really neat because you're going to get a couple of different effects. You're going to get some satin look, and you're going to get some shimmery looks. All right, so the green colors here. This green one is called the Holly and the Ivy, and that is an Inklingz. And the more of the teal colored one there is Blue Lagoon, and that's also an Inklingz. And I made sure that the red was dry because obviously if you mix greens and reds together, it's not going to turn out very pretty because they are not colors that you want to mix. So I made sure that the red was dry, and I'm trying to kind of stamp around where the red is so the green does not blend in with the red. I wanted to use more traditional colors on this page since there is a lot of red and green in my pictures, and I think this is turning out pretty nice. I like the way it looks, even though the colors are separate. Now, the last two colors here are Creameez in Green Acres, and it's more of a golden olive green, and then this gold is Inklingz Minor 49er, and it's awesome. If you like shiny, shimmery gold, you need this because it dries so shimmery and so bright and metallic. It's really pretty. So I'm going to do the gold touches down here at the bottom. So my main colors are the reds, the greens, and then the golds. And this is just going to be my background, and I'm going to build all of my layers on top of it. And I didn't put anything down on my cardstock. I didn't put any gesso or anything like that because I really didn't use a lot of ink. You saw how much I painted onto the acrylic block and just stamped it down. So each color was really just one application of the paint. So it looks like I used a lot, but I really didn't. And my paper did not warp at all because it really wasn't that wet. So now I'm just going to do some splatters here, and that's very simple. You just stick it in the brush and make sure it's wet, and then you tap it around and you've got your paint splatters there. I highly recommend Inklingz and Creameez for just about any type of mixed media work because they are so pretty. I can't rave enough about them. All right, so I've got a little cut file here, and this is from the cut shop, and I think I've used it several times, but I'm obsessed with this Christmas tree. I just love it. And so I blew it up and cut it out really big on some white cardstock, and then I'm going to just give it a coat so it's gold here, and that's the Minor 49er again. And I'm just painting it on a piece of plastic so I don't mess up my cutting or my background mat there. As you can see, it's very stained, and I still wipe it off, but if I can put something down to where I don't make a huge mess, I usually do that. This is something simple. You can just, use paint the old-fashioned way with a brush and just paint it onto the paper. Works really well. And now this, like I said, when this Miner 49er dries, it's so pretty. You can see how shiny it is there. And I went ahead and adhered the tree, and I did some gold stitching, so it's basically part of the background. I kind of wanted it to be a background element. I didn't want it to stand out, and I did not want to back it with any pattern paper because I wanted that mixed media to show through it. So what I'm using today is some of the Christmas on Market Street collection from My Mind's Eye, and that's the paper right there that inspired this color scheme, this polka dot paper. It's got different shades of green and reds and almost like a corally pink color, and of course the shiny gold, so I went with that color scheme. And I'm just going to use a little bit of vellum here. It's got gold dots on it, and then some of these papers from the 6x6 paper pad as layers behind the picture. And I didn't want to cover up the tree completely, but I did want to layer my pictures on top of it. And this is a very, very pretty collection. I like that it's got traditional colors, but it's also got different shades of the greens and of the reds, and it's not just your typical dark hunter green and bright cherry red, it's or magenta. I like that there's different tints of the colors mixed in. So to me, it's fun because you can kind of make your own background like this and use all these different colors, and they play off of each other, and it just gives you some options rather than just red and green. So I added some tissue paper there, and I'm going to go ahead and stick the background layers down because I know that's where they want, or where I want them to go. I'm going to pop my pictures up on little foam dots there. More gold. Surprise, surprise. I'm just going to add in some gold thread here, and I just want it to look kind of messy and tangled underneath the pictures. And so I just kind of cut it and fold it in. I've said this before, but the metallic thread does not want to loop and lay as nicely as regular thread. I guess just because it's a different texture, because it is metallic. So I have to fight with it a little more, but the end result is always so pretty. I can't stop myself from using the gold thread. It's just so pretty. All right, so I've went through the die cut pack, the mixed bag there, and I've picked out a couple things, and also some of the chipboard. Those little trees are chipboard, and I'm just going to layer a couple things over here on the right. And that white flower die cut is it's got gold on it. That's shiny gold. Yeah, I think I've used that tree die cut like 3 times on 3 different layouts. I try to make myself use something different, and I always go back to it. It's definitely my favorite. So I'm just playing around here with some stickers and things, and just trying to decide what to stick where. And I'm going to have to take off that little pop dot there because it wanted to hang off the edge of the paper, and I needed to move it, and it wouldn't really move forward because of that chipboard, so I just took it off. Now I love chipboard, but sometimes it is a pain in the butt to get off of the background, and so I almost ripped off the sticky part to this. It almost came apart, but I was careful, and so I salvaged it. And I love these shiny gold words, and the little arrow sticker says "Let's be jolly." So my title is going to be based on those things right there. So it's going to be "Let's be jolly and merry." And I just find that in so many Christmas collections lately, there are a lot of built-in words that you can just use for your title. So you don't really have to spend a lot of time stressing about what you want your title to be. And so I just used what was available in the collection, and it worked out. And I'm adding some brads. And then I'm going to add in this little ampersand here. And it's just some cheap white stickers I think I got at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. And I just pulled the ampersand off and traced it with a gold pen. Alright, so I'm coming back to my Shimmerz products now. I decided I want to add a little bit more green to the bottom right area, and I just want to do some splatters, and so that's what I'm going to do here. And I just get some paint on the brush, dip it in the water so it's a little more watery, and then just tap the brush around and it's going to come right off. And you know, I'm not a huge green fan for whatever reason. Green has never been my favorite color, but this bright holly and the ivy color is so pretty. It's making me a green fan. I added some gold puffy stickers there. That's what I was showing you. I did that off camera, and so added some of those in. All right, so I'm going to draw in some lines for journaling, and I'm just going to angle them there to the left of the tree and just add in my words. We were at the Christmas tree lot when we took these pictures. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Here come the final pictures. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Please let me know if you have any questions about any of the Shimmerz products. Like I said, I used all Inklingz and Creameez for this. There's so many techniques and so many things that you can do with all of these products. Check out all the Shimmerz Shorts videos that I've made. I give you lots of ideas of things that are really not hard at all. Anybody can give them a try. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Thank you so much for subscribing, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.